So something I want to talk about from the Fantastic Four First Steps comic tie-in that I believe is very important to before seeing the movie, maybe not to the average viewer, maybe not to somebody who's not really too invested, but somebody who is interested in seeing more from this universe, kind of get some backstory, because as we know, the Fantastic Four First Steps is not really an origin story, so this comic kind of seals it there. It kind of gives you a little more background to these characters, because I believe we're just going to be jumping right into it. So there is a moment from the Fantastic Four First Steps in the tie-in comic where there is a Giganto fight, and Giganto was introduced in actually a Little Caesars commercial. So it's interesting to kind of see both of these things. It could be maybe some type of flashback, kind of calling back to the comic, maybe something that you don't really need to see the comic, but it is something for people who did see it to kind of be appreciative of, or fill in people who aren't going to actually read the comic or check it out or see any of these videos. This is actually a little more important because it is when the Thing, Ben Grimm, first says it's clobbering time. And of course, now Ben regrets saying it because when he's on the streets, when he's walking around, people are saying, say the phrase, what time is it? Johnny Storm, even when they're falling from the sky, he's saying, say it, Ben. Of course, in the moment of him saying it's clobbering time, Johnny keeps jokingly asking, what did he just say? Kind of like, I can't believe this guy just said that. And of course, it ends with Sue just putting a bubble over him to make him pass out, showcasing more of her powers. But really interesting thing that I've noticed here, the Thing first saying it's clobbering time, being maybe perhaps embarrassed at Johnny Storm's first reaction to it, or maybe he just was caught in the heat of the moment, said something and realized it's kind of stupid. But of course, he says it in a few times. Of course, it's leading up to this huge thing where he's going to be saying it at some point because, Johnny keeps saying it. People on the street keep saying it. He's like, that's only in the cartoons and everything, which I want to jump into another video about talking about that. But let me know what you think of this down below. Kind of cool seeing the origin of its clobbering time in this universe and kind of why the Thing hates people saying it to him, asking him what time and all that. Let me know what you think of this down below.